Welcome in, everybody. I'm Devin O'Day. Main Street Today. Happy Friday edition. Today we are going to head to Gallatin, Tennessee, the Poet Laureate of Gallatin, Tennessee. We've also got chamber chats. Lots of the chambers of commerce around the Middle Tennessee area are doing some really fantastic things, and it's the holiday season, so lots of places to buy and to acquire local goods. And we're going to kick things off by heading out to Kevin Marshall Chopson. Hi, Kevin. How are you?
Hello, Devin. I'm doing just fine. How about you?
I'm wonderful. I was very curious. When someone becomes a poet laureate, how do you get a designation like that?
Well, poet laureateships are common in the United States, and in the state of Tennessee, we have a state poet laureate. It's unusual for cities, but a number of cities do them. I've been talking to Mayor Paige Brown for a number of years, getting involved in this city. I've been out here about 12 years now. And ultimately, she thought she would take it in front of the board and see if she could sort of formalize my relationship with the city as someone who is often published in the paper, et cetera, and little projects around town. And so that passed the council, and I am now the official poet laureate of Gallatin, Tennessee.
Oh, I love it.
Which means I simply try to fan the flames of art and poetry in the city.
You know what? It's beautiful. If our world needed poetry, it really needs it now.
Absolutely.
Because it is I am a huge fan of poetry. I have a long list of poets, and my favorite book that I had as a child was a big, thick, golden collection of poetry and some of the best poems. And during the beginning of the lockdown of COVID, I was reading poetry at night. I dress up in my pajamas, and on my Facebook page, my personal Facebook page, I would read goodnight poetry. And it was big kids and little kids and people who, poetry is something that we don't even realize. Even The Night Before Christmas is one of the most famous poems about this time of year going in there. It was the night before Christmas. And poetry doesn't have to rhyme. It can be free form and free verse. Tell us a little bit about the poetry and how you got started.
Well, I've been writing poetry probably since I was in 9th or 10th grade in high school. And then when I went on to Eastern Michigan University, I'm originally from Detroit, I majored in English language, and they had a university journal like a lot of schools do. And I managed to get published in those journals, and it just fueled the adrenaline in my bones that was fascinated by language anyway. Then fast forward ahead many, many years. In 2005, as a teacher, I went back and pursued my MFA up at Murray State in creative writing, and with a specialty in poetry.
Beautiful. Well, I know that Moon Pie, Randy Moon Pie Moore, who is our sales rep for the Gallatin News, he's a beautiful poetic writer, and people wouldn't even assume that of Randy. And he sends me poetry from time to time, and I just love. Maybe there's something in the water there in Gallatin that fuels the flame continuously for poetry. But would you share some poetry with us now?
Absolutely. Just like people who record music, if you do even a little bit of this after a while, you kind of realize what your greatest hits are in terms of what resonates most with people. So I'm going to read a poem called The Purple, which was originally published in the English Journal, which is the official publication of the National Council of Teachers of English. And this
let me tell everybody, if you don't know, that is very prestigious and very, very difficult. Very, very difficult.
It is hard to get in. I was quite shocked when it happened. So this is a poem called The Purple. The purple rests on the horizon in a fuzzed out flat line of its own, a narrow swath above the just dead sun. In the movement of the tops of trees, a static charge between the naked winter limbs of hackberry, cottonwood, and oak. The purple in a deeper hue shows itself on the Bermuda onion, the eggplant, a storm-primed sky, and the bruise on a child's arm. In the almost black of the Queen of Night tulip and a jagged leaf of cannabis indica, in the button made from shell. The purple is always there, in the eyes or just below the skin, in the lineage of royalty, soaked into the robe of God. That's the purple.
Wow. That is brilliant.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
It shows all these pictures. And I'm going to just go ahead and let everybody know that you can hear an entire night of what Kevin does. You have a really wonderful poetry reading. And if you've never been to a poetry reading, I want to tell you, it makes you think, it opens you up. If you just let yourself be touched by the words. It's November 12th, correct?
Correct.
Okay, where is it going to be?
And that show is at Big Trouble Brewing Company, right here on West Main, right at the corner of sort of Gallatin and Main. As you make a right there and pass the Crystal, it's on down about a block on the right-hand side. It's a brand new nano brewery, and they have a number of special beers on tap. And I wanted to do something different, so I purposefully chose a brewery as one of my first readings to sort of designate that I want to be poet laureate of all the people, not just academics. And it'll be a weird show. There's no cover charge. There's great beer. And I will incorporate a number of elements in terms of call and response poetry, traditional poetry, poetry by famous people, and some things that are Dada-esque. If you don't know what that is, it's nonsense and absurdity. So I want it to be fun as well as comfortably academic, but at the same time, it's a brewery. Let's have a good time.
Absolutely. Well, I wanted everybody to go and experience. And, there was a time, and I know that the young folk will not remember, but beat poets and people who used to go and listen to poetry. And in the 60s, the poetry it created a movement. It created people's thoughts changing. And a lot of the civil rights movement was started by a wave of poetry. It was that simple. So thank you for what you're doing and what you're bringing to Gallatin. Kevin Marshall Chopson, how can they find out more about you and follow your work?
I do have a webpage, www.kevinmarshallchopson.com. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. It's just my name, so it's easy to follow. The show Friday, once again, is 7 to 9 o'clock. But I want to tell everyone, don't think you're just going to have to sit there quietly and listen to me for 2 hours. No, I'm going to do a 10-minute little thing and then just hang out and then pop up from time to time when it seems right.
Okay, lovely. Well, I look forward to this, and I love how the nano breweries are popping up from place to place.
Yes.
Thank you, Kevin. You have a wonderful rest of your weekend. See you November 12th.
Thank you, too. Stop by if you can.
All right.
Bye.
Take care. Bye, Kevin. I love the rich culture there is in Middle Tennessee, from poets to artists to creators. Well, speaking of creators, it is time for our chamber chats. And to change into the chamber chat, we've got to have our little intro music, right? Let's go on to White House. Well, we see our lovely model from the White House Chamber of Commerce with a brand new hometown Christmas shirt. They're taking orders right now. If you go to the White House Chamber, hometown Christmas, White House, Tennessee. Isn't that lovely? I absolutely love that. There's so much going on. Yesterday, we were in Murfreesboro, and I got to meet Kelly Beam from the Rutherford County Chamber of Commerce, and also Susan Gully. And Susan turned me on to this, that Murfreesboro is now listed as not one of but the top boom town in America, along with Nampa, Idaho, Meridian, Idaho, Conroe, Texas, Mount Pleasant, South Carolina, Bend, Oregon, Tempe, Arizona, Vancouver, Washington, Bellingham, Washington, and Seattle. Seattle rounding out number 10, but number 1 is the Borough. We were at the Arts Center and it was lovely, lovely yesterday. Let's move on to a ribbon cutting that is going to take place next Friday, the same day as Kevin Marshall Chopson's poetry reading in Gallatin. They're going to be cutting the ribbon at 10 o'clock in the morning at Haven Holistic Healing. Your chambers of commerce are the ones that cut the ribbons on businesses, and we celebrate new businesses all over Middle Tennessee. Well, let's head to Columbia, where we have Main Street Murray. November 10th, there's the monthly Chamber Coffee at 9 a.m., hosted by Columbia Academy on 7th Street. Love being able to share some information like that. Let's take a look at over in Robertson County, where the Robertson County Exchange, where they cut the ribbon on the brand new Open Door Pregnancy Center. My friend U-Turn Laverne mentioned Open Door at Giving Tuesday this past year. Open Door Pregnancy Center is a place that is just fantastic and wonderful. They have a store. They have all sorts of really fun and wonderful things. Their store is called Gigi's Boutique, raising money for a very important cause. All right, let's head over to the Jingle and Mingle around town. The Jingle and Mingle is really, really important. It takes place this weekend and all over town in Portland, A Country Christmas, November 5th and 6th at First Baptist Church in Portland. There's going to be all sorts of places to buy local, to celebrate our local craftsmen, and check out the chambers of commerce in your area. They all have Facebook pages and they all have wonderful things going on. Good morning to Michelle Henry, who is watching today. Johnny V, how are you? Johnny V's got a new book coming out. Can't wait to share information about it. Wayne Best watching. Good morning, Wayne. Good morning, Elizabeth. And Linda, how are you doing? Linda Mays, good morning. Elizabeth, so excited that you are here. And, you know, this weekend is a big weekend for premieres. We've got our cold weather, so it's good time to get some cocoa and good time to watch some premieres. I know on Sunday, everybody is watching for the season opener of Yellowstone.
Hey, you're John Dutton, aren't you?
Yep.
That's not mine.
It's addressed to you.
Wait, I don't know what that is. Don't. Casey!
Officer down! We got an officer down!
Jesus Christ.
Casey! Don't you die on me now.
Not like this.
You hear me? Oh my God.
What's happening?
I don't know. Just get to the bunkhouse.
Fair, moral. Those are words men invented to scare and shame other men from taking back what they've stolen.
What about right or wrong?
There's no such thing.
Yellowstone 2-hour premiere event, Sunday, November 7th at 8, exclusively on Paramount Network.
I know we're all excited. We are all excited. We're also excited that coming up on the 19th and 20th, continuing our chamber chat, let's head over to the Donelson Hermitage Chamber and their director, Terry Williams-Nutter.
Donelson Hermitage Chamber of Commerce invites you to our second annual holiday market at the Mansion, presented by Gaylord Opryland's A Country Christmas at the historic Two Rivers Mansion on McGavick Pike in Donelson, Tennessee. November 19th and 20th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. You can shop over 50 unique vendors, get your gifts wrapped, a photo with Santa, pick up some grub with the fantastic food trucks, and listen to live music. Oh, and you can get a Christmas tree, all before Black Friday and all shopping local. Don't miss it.
I'm going to be there on the 19th. Big Joe Dubin is going to be there on the 20th, Friday, Saturday. It's going to be so much fun. Come by and say hi. And I'd love to get some video of some of our viewers and some of the people that are part of our family here. There's also, speaking of viewing, if you're like me and you've already started the countdown to Christmas on Hallmark, Debbie Macomber has been a writer and a creator of great Christmas stories and romance series for a long time. And she really, I was talking to my sister, Faith Ford, who is an actress and who's been on several Hallmark Christmas and New Year's movies and holiday films. She said that Caroline Ray sent her a text and said, oh, my new movie's coming out. A lot of people know the Mrs. Miracle series that Debbie Macomber started. That was the very first of the Christmas movies on Hallmark, was Mrs. Miracle. Well, the actress who originated the role passed away, and the brand new Mrs. Miracle is comedian Caroline Ray. And I thought I would share a little bit of the preview because it is happening this weekend as well.
A Christmas miracle comes to life with a little help from...
I'm Gloria Merkel. Caring Heart Angels sent me. Referrals, recommendations, and reviews. My goal is to make your life easier.
How do you look at the world with such optimism?
Your miracles are out there for you and Will both.
I'm ready to see the joy again.
Debbie Macomber's A Mrs. Miracle Christmas on Hallmark Movies and Mysteries.
Now, I don't know about you. I don't have cable, but I do on my phone. I have Hallmark because I have my cable through Spectrum and they have Spectrum on the go. And so that's how I get my Christmas movies. And I keep them going when I'm working on the farm. It makes me feel better. So I tuck them into my overalls, my front pocket, and I listen as much as I do anything. And a big shout out to a writer of some really great Christmas songs that are in a lot of the upcoming Christmas season movies, Mr. Corey Lee Barker. And he is Mr. Christmas around here and writes a lot of songs that end up in those movies. This weekend, I wanted to tell you about a fabulous, fabulous festival, and it's coming up in Hendersonville. And it is PigFest. PigFest has got barbecue and it's got great music and it is going to be so much fun. The music is Marty Rabin and Lindsay Allen, Rockland Road and Josh Kaiser, Tim and TJ Watson, Will Waykazer, Whiskey Jams, and Hendersonville's Ward Gunther will be hosting. Found this great talent, put it all together. When Pigs Fly is Saturday, starting at 6:30 p.m. But tickets, $75 with dinner by Meat Sweats and a bourbon tasting with Whiskey Jam Bourbon, which is fantastic. 2 drink tickets and commemorative hatch print. That $75 ticket benefits Christmas for Kids. And you know you are very Hendersonville if you've ever been a part of Christmas for Kids. And Rockland Road will be performing, and you cannot get more Hendersonville than Rockland Road. Those kids and the grandkids are brought up in Hendersonville. Dwayne Allen's family is very much passed down through the lineage, and his lovely wife who sings on the opera is just, I mean, it is, you can see all of the music in their family roots. Just look at how talented these kids are. We're going to share their brand new single, and the Rockland Road, you'll be able to see them Saturday in Hendersonville. Parks and Rec brings them to you at Pigs Fest.
What's the matter with the feeling when you feel it and it feels like this? The sun is hanging on a blue sky ceiling and it just won't quit, no, no. Oh, nothing better than being with the ones that you wanna be with. What's the matter with the feeling when you feel it and it feels like this?
Open my eyes to another sunny day, yeah. Looked out my window and it felt so fine. Couldn't hide the happy smiling on my face, yeah. Something told me that the world was mine. Oh, oh, didn't need a reason why. Oh, oh, for the happy down inside. All I know is I just wanted to stay, cause it feels good this way. Hey, hey, what's the matter with the feeling when you feel it and it feels like this? The sun is hanging on a blue sky ceiling and it just won't quit, no, no. Oh, nothing better than being with the ones that you wanna be with. What's the matter with the feeling when you feel it and it feels good like this? Oh, all my people wanna know what's going on, yeah. What's the secret, why you keeping it now? Ain't no secret, I'm just passing it along, hoping that someone I can share it with now. Didn't need a reason why, oh, oh, for the happy down inside. All I know is I just want to stay, cause it feels good this way.
What's the matter with the feeling when you feel it and it feels like this?
Like this.
The sun is hanging on a blue sky ceiling and it just won't quit, no, no,
no, no.
Nothing better than being with the ones that you wanna be with.
Wanna be with, oh.
What's the matter with the feeling when you feel it and it feels good like this? Oh,
I got everything that I need.
Oh, oh,
yeah, all my friends around me.
Feels like this.
I know that I am ready to feel like this. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Can't stop this feeling cause it feels good.
Yeah.
Don't need no reason cause it feels so good. What's the matter with the feeling when you feel it and it feels like this?
Feels like this.
The sun is hanging on a blue sky ceiling and it just won't
quit now.
Nothing better than being with the ones that you wanna be with.
Come on now.
What's the matter with the feeling when you feel it and it feels good like this? Oh.
Rockland Road, do not miss a chance to see them. I want to share with you. Hey, we're going to be checking back with Kevin Marshall Chopson. I'm going to hear another poem real quick. But before we do that, catering. Yesterday, Miss Allie Reese blessed us here at the office with some delicious barbecue from Mission Barbecue. And I've been to Mission Barbecue, and I walked in the first time, and I didn't realize that the impetus for starting Mission Barbecue, the owners were so impacted by September 11th. They wanted to do something to give back to the first responders and to our military. And what they do at Mission Barbecue is incredible. I will tell you that for catering, they have an incredibly affordable spread that is delish. And you can check out with them. They do so much. If you're going to have a holiday party, just have them do it. I'm telling you, they are so good and it is so affordable and it takes all the worry out of it. You can just enjoy it. They had everything from the sweet stuff like the apple cobbler with the cinnamon to pulled chicken and pulled pork. And they have brisket that you can get on the buffet. They had, the jalapeno cheese sausage. Magnificent. They had macaroni and cheese and the green beans. Oh my goodness. It was so good. Mission Barbecue doing good stuff. Every time you go in a Mission Barbecue, first of all, you can get a refillable cup that benefits our veterans. And at 12 noon, high noon, they do something very important at every location of Mission Barbecue. And before we go to Kevin to read another poem, I want to share with you this experience. When was the last time you were in a restaurant and everything just stopped for something really important?
Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in honoring our country as we do every day at noon with the singing of our national anthem.
Whoa, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red flame
Mission Barbecue everywhere, every day, high noon, and tears when you really let that wash over you, especially with what's going on in our world right now. It settles you back to a center place. Speaking of a center place, let's go back to the Poet Laureate of Gallatin, Tennessee for another poem. He will be at, I'm going to get him the name of the brewery and get that down, a Big Trouble Brewing Company. It's a nano brewery in Gallatin, Tennessee, November 12th, a free show. But now we're going to have him share one more poem with us.
Thank you, Devin. I thought I'd read a poem from Nashville Arts Magazine back in 2010. This one's called My Hummingbirds. If you've ever been to the Empire State Building, this will resonate with you a little bit, I think. My hummingbirds. I will write 1,000 poems about hummingbirds. I will take them to Japan and study origami. Each poem will become a cut and folded replica of a childhood memory, flashing, fitful, fanciful moments that I'm quite unsure of. I will take them to France and study art. Each poem will be painted in colors fitting of a starry night. I will take them to New York. They will rest deep in the pockets of my father's camel hair coat as I enter the Empire State Building in January. I will ride 2 elevators and walk more steps than I remembered. I will pass undetected through security. I will pose with strangers for a picture I will not buy. I will step out onto the observation deck and into the cold night air. I will jump onto the ledge and grab the fencing with one hand. I will reach into my pocket with the other. The lining of my father's black camel hair coat is red satin. People on the deck will notice this stark contrast as I toss my hummingbirds over the fence, switching hands when the first pocket empties. Strangers will catch my hummingbirds. Unfolding them at the breastplate, they will discover empty space.
That is lovely, Kevin.
Thank you, Devin.
Thank you. You know, words are beautiful and they can make our life so much better if we take the time to stop and listen. Our show is one of those kind of shows that I try to open people up to things that they might not know about. And if your poetry is new for folks, enjoy. And if you're not in an area where you can conveniently get to Gallatin, Tennessee on November 12th, we invite you to experience poetry. Maybe try your hand at writing a little bit, because I always say that a journal is a great place to put your thoughts, but if you put it in poetic verse, it takes on a whole new therapeutic avenue.
Absolutely. Poetry is truth. That's how I condense it. It doesn't matter what your story is, but once you try to draw it down into a few lines, it becomes truth. And people recognize it when they hear it.
Well, I love what you've shared with us today. And thank you for your gift. And thank you for sharing your gift with us. Thank you. Also to a friend of ours who we're going to play a song now by my friend Steve Goodie. I did not know a lot about NASCAR. I was not the person who hung out at NASCAR races. I don't know about you, Kevin. Did you ever go to NASCAR races?
No, but up in Detroit, I went to the Detroit Dragway often.
You'll get this. Drag racing is a little bit different because you got a straightaway.
Yes.
And there's a little bit of that heading up. There's I think a straightaway track up in a hot rod track up in Ridgetop, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Mona Bagsby could let us know about that because she's watching. She's my racing guru. But NASCAR, Steve Goodie has a song that kind of describes it to all us not race people. And he had a birthday yesterday. Steve has been one of the hosts of the Sunday night open mic at the Bluebird Cafe for many, many years. And he is an absolute hoot. We're going to close our show today with a happy, happy, happy wish for your weekend. Be safe, be kind, and remember you are loved. Here's the NASCAR song to close out our show. Happy Friday. Bye. Bye, Kevin.
Russell watched TV after his high school graduation, 3 solid months of ESPN. Till his daddy told him, son, that's the end of your vacation. Go get a job, or we're gonna charge you rent. So Russell got a job, got fired that same day. A cashier he wasn't meant to be. Well, he went back to the couch, turned on the race, and he said, hot damn, now there's the job for me. So Russell got a loan and went to NASCAR school, where the future NASCAR drivers learn the one big NASCAR rule. Go straight, take a left, go straight, take a left, go straight. Go straight, take a left, go straight, take a left, go straight. Go straight, take a left, go straight, take a left, go straight. Go straight, take a left, go straight, take a left, go straight. This ain't rocket science, you can learn it in one day. Go straight, take a left, go straight, take a left, go straight. It's just like brain surgery, if you take the brain away. Go straight, take a left, go straight, take a left, go straight. Drive round and round and round and round, and later you get paid. Go straight, take a left, go straight, take a left, go straight. Drive round and round and round and round, and later you get lots of money. Go straight, take a left, go straight, take a left, go straight. This ain't English lit, you don't gotta write a thesis, but if you make a wrong turn, you're going right to Jesus. So go straight, take a left, go straight, take a left, go straight. Go straight, take a left, go straight, take a left, go straight. Go straight, take a left, go straight, take a left, go straight. Go straight, take a left, go straight, take a left, go straight. Go straight, take a left, go straight, take a left, go straight. Go straight, take a left, go straight, take a left, go straight. Go straight, take a left, go straight, take a left, go straight. Go straight, take a left, go straight, take a left, go straight. I think I hit the wall. I'm on fire.
Happy belated birthday to Steve Goodie. And I know I already closed the show, but I forgot. Today's very important. Don't forget that Gospel Bluegrass at the Troubadour opens at 4 o'clock today. It is the Friday. We're going to have so much fun. Don't forget, Friday, Gospel Grass is going to be awesome, awesome, awesome at the Troubadour Theater. You know, I forgot to say hi to a couple of people too. Speaking of Gospel Grass, got to say hi to my friend from Newgrass. Oh, Ross Fiction is watching today. Oh my gosh. That is fantastic. And hi to Lisa Cooper Byram. And there she is. Carolyn Johnson Ruth. Hi there. I'm so glad. So glad that you checked in. Check out Newgrass. New Blue. New Blue is a fantastic group, and they're wonderful. And so glad that she checked in. And for those people, thank you, Kevin. Thank you so much for being with us today. And for all the people who reached out to me, I did have, I was rear-ended on I-40 yesterday on my way to work with Cottage Cove, a wonderful organization for kids. I did not make the event, but I'm okay. And the young man who hit me is okay. And, you know, we just say thank you. We say thank you that we get through life and things happen and they could be worse, but I just felt like God's hand was on the situation. So thank you for everybody that reached out. Thank you for everybody for their kind thoughts and their prayers. And I'm just grateful that nobody else was hurt and things went as well as they possibly could have. Somebody said, Jesus took the wheel, and I will agree. Absolutely. All right. Be safe. Be kind. Remember your love. We're actually going to finish this time. God bless you.